hopefully you can hear me a little bit further from the phone today. My name is Lance, and you're on my YouTube channel, for whatever that's worth. A couple of times now, I've done a couple of product reviews, just going around my gym and telling you what I think about the various equipment that I bought over the last couple of years. Today, I'd like to talk about the weight plates themselves. So these are Rogue's kilogram training plates. And you can see here, they're black. They are made out of virgin rubber. They have then the weights in increments from 10 kilos up to 25 kilos. For the Americans, I guess that's roughly 20 pounds up to about up to about 100 pounds. Warning, don't do videos until the pre-workout drink kicks in. Those are 25 kilogram plates. That does not equal 100 freaking pounds. That's a lot closer to 50, 55 pounds. All right, try again, take 3. And the key points here are that as bumper plates, they are all the same size. So that if you load up a bar, as you can see here, I've got my bench set up. But if you load up the bar, the plates themselves do not vary in diameter. So they vary in thickness, but not in diameter. They have a metal core here around which rubber attaches, and I think it looks quite striking, but functionally they're quite solid. You can apparently drop them. I don't feel comfortable with dropping heavy weights on my concrete foundation here, but I got them just in case and just for the noise. Now I've had these since January of last year, and it's currently May, so almost a year and a half. I can say that they've held up pretty well through 3 to 4 days per week usage. They do tend to scuff and they can be damaged. So on a couple of my plates here, you'll see minor indentations. Now, I personally don't think this is that big a deal, but when you consider the fact that these are guaranteed to be, I think, within plus or minus 10 or 50 grams, I don't remember how much, of the actual weight that the factory says they are, you realize that a bit of an indentation of the rubber can actually shift that balance a little bit. So if you're really serious about competition training and everything like that, you probably want to get metal plates. But for the average home user, or at least for me, I'm quite satisfied with these. They're relatively quiet. They have a little bit of a lip around them here as well that makes them easier to grab too. So for example, I have these cheap change plates here because Rogue doesn't make black plates in these smaller increments, and I didn't really want to go with the full color ones. But anyways, these have grips, so they're cut out like this. I do prefer that style overall, and Rogue doesn't make anything that met all my requirements, the bumper plates, the virgin rubber, etc. So couldn't get anything from Rogue for that. This is the best option they offered. Honestly though, no complaints. I'm very happy with these. They've held up well, and in my opinion, they look quite striking. I like the competition colors, but in a little more subtle form than having the entire plate that color. I don't think there's too much else to say about weight plates. If you're going to get some, you know, what I've done here is I've gotten 2 sets, well, by sets I mean pairs, so 2 pairs of 25 kilograms and then a single pair each of 20, 15, and 10 kilograms, as well as then a pair each of the change plates here from a different company. Those are 1.25, 2.5, and 5 kilograms respectively. That gives me a pretty good range, and I can go up to, I don't even know what that totals out to, but somewhere around 180 kilograms, 200 kilograms, somewhere in that space pretty easily. I personally would recommend for people that are going to do this to maybe add an extra set of 10 kilogram plates, just to give yourself a little bit more flexibility as you're changing out plates, because I do sometimes find that I have to pull off some of the plates that I've got here. For example, I might have a 20 on there and I have to pull that off and put a 25 on and then stick the 10 on, when if I had an extra 10, I'd be able to increment smaller without having to put the big plates on all the time. Sorry, I had something on my eye there. But up to you. You can certainly get by with what I've done here for the last year. I think that's plenty for most people. You will find eventually, I'm just about to the point where my deadlift probably needs me to get a little more extra weight. So eventually you will exceed the system if you're lifting heavy, but certainly for most people it's not going to be a problem in the beginning. That's it, everybody. I hope you found my review helpful here. It's hard to call it a review when I don't really have anything negative to say, any kind of critical feedback. But I've been quite happy with almost all my road gear, and these plates are certainly no exception. They delivered fast, by the way, and they delivered in better quality boxes than some of the other manufacturers I've dealt with. And so there was absolutely no complaints about the Rogue service. They also answer emails fairly quickly, although that was pre-coronavirus times. Good. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. I'm going to get back to lifting now.
Perhaps one thing I forgot to say. Being the virgin rubber, there is no off-gassing. These do not smell, they do not stink at all. If you look at the smaller plates, right there, the cheap ones that I mentioned earlier, those did smell for a bit when I first got them. But the Rogue plates, not at all. Highly recommended.